Gonna make it first. Oh, Instagram made it first. And then YouTube. What's up, everybody? I'm here. Instagram, y'all don't get quite as fun of a view of the like cute little backdrop today. Oh, I feel like I have to like be over here so that the YouTube people can see the Christmas tree. Hold on. Oh, let's turn this a little bit. Oh, but then you're gonna see my laundry basket and see the mess. Okay, yeah. Hey, well, this works. Now everybody can see the Christmas tree. How about that? Merry Christmas, Merry December. Hey guys, what is up? It's good to see y'all. It's Sunday night, and I feel like these are very differently centered things, and it's making me a little weirded out. Let's see. Let's turn Instagram this way. How's the audio on Instagram? Are y'all like good? Can you hear me okay? Because I got you propped up in a sweatshirt, so I'm just like want to make sure that the what is it? The speaker isn't like in the sweatshirt blocking out the sound. I'm sure that YouTube audio is just fine. But look, there's not a weird, awkward elephant trunk. We've got a Christmas tree, and one of Cullen's house shoes and another shoe over there. So, hey, Kalira, what's up? Alabama. Did I watch? Oh, the Garth Brooks concert. That was tonight. Oh, man. No, I didn't see it. I did not see it. Okay, Instagram, y'all said audio's fine. You're good. My hair's just weird. Like, it's trying to be like this tonight. See, this is why we talked about this, I think, last time. Like, I need to just cut off another inch or two. It's been growing, so it needs to be cut. Okay, Auburn, Alabama in the house. Oh, my goodness. All the people from Alabama. Where's everybody from? Leave me some comments with where they're from. Oh, it's on right now? Hey, Cullen, turn on the Garth Brooks concert. He probably didn't hear me. He's like, what? I think you got out of his chair. He had to get up. Did you hear me?
Baby, lock them doors and turn them lights down low.
He's, hey, don't laugh at my setup. They said turn on the Garth Brooks concert.
Why? Is Chris Gaines on?
Because it's Garth Brooks, and that's our kid's name. This fire is kind of hot tonight. I know. I'll have to tell him the story, yes. You want to tell him, hey, and show him your matching shirt? Just don't trip over all the stuff.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, you guys. She broke my arm. Look, we match.
Ouch. Hey.
All right, Santa. Hey.
Sorry to interrupt.
It's okay. What? You're going to wake up the kids. Oh my gosh.
Your cleaning method sucks.
Hey, it's not mine. My goodness. Well, that was dramatic. I didn't mean for all that to happen. Look, now we got a fan. We got a random fan. I need to turn this on, actually, because I'm kind of hot in front of this fire. Y'all, it is 70 today. I just did this fire for ambiance because it's December, okay, with my I Heart Santa shirt. Blazing hot here today. I am not needing a fireplace. Should I plug this fan in? I think I might so I don't get hot. Hold up. Y'all, let me plug this fan in. Let me just plug this in. I'm sorry if y'all are having a look at my butt, but, okay, here we go. Let's plug this fan in. It's not going to make too much background noise. We good? We good? Are y'all good? Is that bad background noise to make my audio bad? I'm sorry if it is. I'm really sorry. But look, I got on my I Heart Santa shirt. Now I'm blowing in the wind. I'm like, I got that wind blowing look. So anyways, how is everybody doing tonight, this weekend? I feel like things got a little crooked when Cullen came in, and I don't just mean in life. I mean, oh, look, now the setup's actually better on Instagram. I'll turn this fan off of me in just a second. I just got to cool off after this beautiful fireplace. I got 4 inches of snow in Wisconsin. Dang. Okay, y'all can't hear the fan. Good on the fan. We're good. Didn't make bad background noise. Y'all are just going to look at my blowing hair. Oh, and I got my Christmas tree earrings on. We've been decorating my parents' house for Christmas some more today. If you saw the vlog where we were doing that last weekend, they didn't have their Christmas tree yet. We were just doing some other things. And then Madeline said, so much more fun to watch this in the live replay. I was like, oh, that's how my Madeline spells her name. But you're not my Madeline in your profile picture, I don't think. But you spell your name the same way my niece Madeline does. Where was that? I get so distracted reading the comments. I'm sorry. We were decorating my parents' house for Christmas today, so I had my little earrings on. That's what we did today. I hope y'all have had a great weekend. This weekend, yesterday, what did we do? We watched the Alabama game. National champions, just sorry, a little Freudian slip. SEC champions. That was interesting. The kids were crazy. And, oh, Madeline. I'm sorry, Madeline. That's pretty. I like it. We watched that, and Alabama won. That was super awesome and exciting. The kids were crazy, and we were like, you guys are going to just have to chill out because we're trying to watch this football game. Have y'all ever tried to watch a really important sports event with your two children who are 2 and 4? And you really want to watch the game. That was us yesterday. And then Cullen's like yelling at the TV, and they're like, why is Daddy yelling? I'm like, it's football, guys, football. Alabama is not used to being behind and having like really intense moments this year. So when it was like got to the heat of the game and stuff, and he's like yelling at the TV, they're like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with this guy? Oh, gracious. Friday night, what did we do? Oh, we did the North Pole Express little train thing, the Polar Express with the kids and the whole family. It's fun. If y'all been around for forever. We were talking about today, how long have we done this event? And it was like probably at least 8 years. This was at least our 8th or 9th year. We're not real sure. I'm sure my mom would remember, but she was not in the room when we were talking about it. So anyways, that's what we did. Lots of fun. Vlogmas starts tomorrow. Who's going to be there watching it on the Cullen and Katie channel? Not on this channel, but I will still be doing my Thursday videos and my Sunday night live streams despite the Vlogmas going up on Cullen and Katie. Yeah, so every day, Monday through Friday, not Saturday and Sunday, but there will be a Sunday live stream. So that's going to be going up and happening this week. Starting this week. I'm a little nervous about it because I'm like, whoa, things are about to get a little bit busier. But what I wanted to talk about today, my title of my video was like, let's talk about anxiety. And I was having some wait, who got fired? Oh my goodness. Does my children's behavior trigger my anxiety? Was just a question just now. Yes. And let me just talk about this because this is so interesting. So a couple weeks ago, we talked about or I was talking about how I took that Enneagram thing and I was a 6. And that was an interesting thing I'm sorry, I'm turning this fan down a little bit because I don't like being blown away while I'm talking. It was an interesting thing to look at and look into because there were so many things that I was like, oh my goodness, this is exactly me. And so much of how I relate to the world and the everything. Somebody on Instagram said my behavior triggers my anxiety. Yeah, I hear you on that. Me too. Oh my goodness. Okay. So several people recommended I listen to the Typology podcast, which they talk about Enneagram stuff and have different people on. And I had gone in and subscribed to it or whatever you do with podcasts. I'm just really not as familiar with how to do all that, but I made it part of our list, which ours, Cullen and my stuff is all combined. So it's both of our stuff on there. But anyway, so there was one a couple days ago, my book ran out that I was listening to on Audible, and I was like, oh, let me go find a podcast. So I opened it up, and the name was it was something about some girl named Sarah talking about fear. And I was like, oh, this is interesting. And then it said she was a type 6. And I was like, oh my gosh, I got to listen to this. This is so cool. I want to hear about this. So I was listening to part of it. I listened to part of it, and then I listened to part of it tonight, kind of right before I was doing this. And as I was listening to it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy because how is it that people can be defined by this personality and so many people can be so similar and so the same? But yet everybody's different, obviously. But there's so many people that have been watching my recent Katie on the Flip Side videos that were like, oh my gosh, I'm a 6 too. And no wonder I relate to you so much. So one of the questions that the guy asked her as they're talking, he was like, so let me just ask you this. Do you trust yourself? Are you able to trust yourself? And she was like, oh man, no, not really. And this is a girl who's kind of overcome a lot of the difficulties with her type 6-ness. I don't know what you would call it. And the fear and anxiety and stuff that goes with it. And she was like, I really don't. I don't trust myself to make decisions and all that stuff. I do trust in God and I trust in a higher power to help me make decisions, but I really don't trust myself. And I was like, good gracious. I made those trust yourself, idea of trust yourself shirts before I even knew that this Enneagram thing that my 6-ness had to do with all this. It was crazy. But so here's the thing is if you talked to anybody that I worked with, when I was working at a like full-time job before the kids were born, or anybody I went to grad school with, they were like, oh my gosh, you have like the least anxiety of anybody ever, because we'd have like a test coming up or an assignment due, and I'm a super duper super procrastinator, like bad procrastinator, bad. It's really, really, really bad. Like I will wait until the day before and just stay up all night and do the stuff, which I know I'm not the only one who does that. But getting to the point that I was in grad school getting my PhD, it was like, you kind of like really shouldn't do that quite as much because you're on a higher level and your stuff is more intense. But I would get, it'd be all week and they're like a month before, like stressing about like what's going to happen. And I got to get this done and I have to like get this source. And I was like, yeah, it'll be okay. And they're like, what, how are you not? So when I have always thought about myself and anxiety, I thought like, I'm not an anxious person. Like I don't get anxious about stuff like that. And then I guess as I've been thinking about some of this stuff, I've thought, hello, let's just get some moderation here, blocks people. I've been like, but I am anxious about a lot of things. So what is the deal? Like, what am I anxious about? Because there's things, or like when a crisis happens or when something crazy happens, I am the one who usually stays the calmest. Like now, unless a plane is crashing or there is turbulence, because when you start on planes, like that would be my biggest. I've always been like afraid of heights, flying, all that stuff. But like as far as general anxiety and fear, I just have never thought of myself that way. But then when I realized it's actually like not the anxiety that you think of. Like I don't sit there and like worry and stress about like projects and all that stuff. And maybe it's because those are things that I have control over. So I know that I'm going to get the work done. Like I've kind of planned it out in my head and I'm like, I'm going to get this and this and get this done and study. And I've got this amount of time and whatever. And I don't stress about that kind of stuff as much. But when it comes to other things, I very like plan for the worst thing to happen, have anxious thoughts in that way. And it's weird. So when I started hearing about all this, I was like, maybe I am like ruled by anxiety and fear. And some of the fears, though, are not related to, like I said, worry about what's going to happen and all that stuff, but more about like fear of am I going to hurt somebody else's feelings, or am I going to make somebody else uncomfortable? And by me putting off an assignment or procrastinating or whatever, that's not really affecting anybody else but me. So I don't worry about it as much. Like I don't worry about making myself uncomfortable, which is kind of a problem. Like you should make sure that you're not making yourself stressed out and uncomfortable and all this stuff. Laura Beth Schmidt, thank you for the super chat. She said this weekend has been crazy. Had family photos. Oh, I heard that, girl. Grandparents are flying in on Tuesday. Anxiety's been through the roof. I struggle with that a lot. The topic hit hard. Yes, that is definitely, it's hard, especially when you have people coming. And see, that's the thing. That's part of this whole, I've realized like a lot of my anxiety or fear or whatever, some of it is due to other things, but a lot of the time it's due to not wanting to make somebody uncomfortable, not wanting to like upset somebody or offend somebody or something along those lines. So that's something that I really have been working on lately, kind of like trying to get past that and realizing that there's some things, obviously, you don't want to be offensive. You don't want to hurt other people's feelings. You want to be able to do things to make other people happy or to help other people out. But trying to like learn how to balance the fact that how do I even say this? Try to get to where I recognize and am able to approach things in life in a way that doesn't make me more uncomfortable or more stressed or more anxious or whatever, just to not make somebody else uncomfortable or like change somebody else's opinion, which I've talked about this some before, but like the more that I've thought about it, the more I'm like, okay, this totally makes sense. let's see. Okay, so somebody just said I have to be on time and I need a plan. And I've gotten a little bit more like that. Like I need to have a plan. I need to have it planned out. I need to know how it's going to go. I need to know like what we're going to do and when we're going to be there and how long we're going to be there for, who all we're going to see, like mentally prepare myself for all of this stuff. But yet I'm always late to everything all the time. I've actually gotten a little bit better about that and I'm trying to get a lot better about it. But I really think part of that, and I've kind of discovered this a little bit, is like I'm kind of afraid to be early places. Is that weird? Like, does anybody else have that problem? Like, what if I'm early and I end up having to, I don't know, kind of like, okay, the Polar Express train we went on Friday night, we were earlier than we usually are. And it was like a long wait. And the kids were crazy. I mean, they weren't crazy. They were kids. They were actually, I mean, they were good. They were not being bad. But it was just like, OMG, we got to get on this dang train and like get this thing going. And, you know, by the time you get on the train, then the kids are like tired because they've just been running around like waiting for an hour. And so I'm like, dang it, we should have just been like later. We shouldn't have been so early. And so I worry about getting places early and like, does that mean I'm going to be the only one there? And then I'm going to have to like have some awkward conversation with somebody that I don't know. And I don't like to have awkward conversations with people I don't know. I'm not one to strike up a conversation with the checkout lady at the grocery store. And Cullen will know their like whole family history before we get to like the potatoes on the little belt. I'm like, oh my goodness, how are you? Why do you just want to talk to everybody? Like, why do you want to talk to these people? Like, it's not that I don't like people. I don't know. Maybe I'm just, yeah. Somebody said it's like you want to make a funny joke, but you don't know how the person would take it. So you just like don't say anything. And when Cullen like does pranks or, you know, gibberish stuff, oh my gosh, that makes me so anxious. I'm like, stop, like, don't do that. I would hate to be that person and you make me feel stupid in front of everybody. So I feel like a lot of my anxiety is related to not wanting to disappoint somebody, like not wanting to upset anybody. And some of that, let me just tell y'all what I've been doing this weekend. I have found it's been a major part of why I save every single dang thing in my life and have too many things. So if you saw my video on Thursday, I mentioned at the end that I just read Marie Kondo's book, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. And I currently want to throw away like every single thing in my house. Not really, obviously, but I want to get rid of a lot of stuff. And just like hearing her perspective on it, it's kind of like the health stuff, the, you know, nutrition things that I've been listening to, the whole like cleaning out your like nutrition patterns helps in so many different areas. And Marie Kondo talks about how like not having a bunch of clutter and not having excess of so many different things clears up your mind. And like your mind is stressed and cluttered and everything because of all the stuff you have. And so I started this week on going through my clothes, which is the first step of what she says to do. I'm currently surrounded by a bunch of them right now because I'm still dealing with some of it. A lot of it, I have like massive donate bags. So that's fabulous. And that's great. And I'm really excited to give some stuff away. And I'm really excited for y'all to see the process because I've been filming it. And so, yeah, that'll be up. I'm going to do the first one, I think, on my Thursday video. So I'm hoping that it will be like a complete, like, hey, all the clothing items and accessories and stuff are done. I'm working on getting through that this week. That's my plan. But as I've been going through it, I found myself looking at different items and being like, oh, well, I can't give that away because that's what so-and-so gave me. And they would be sad if I didn't like it. And it's like, well, they gave you that like 10 years ago. You don't even talk to that person anymore. And like, they're not going to be offended if you throw something away. She says in her book that, she was like, you know, I don't think anybody gives you a gift with the thought of, I'm going to be so offended if they don't like this and don't want it. And I think I often go out of my way, like I said, to not offend people. So like literally people that I'll write and be like, hey, do you want to like go have dinner, you know, some friends or something. You want to go to dinner on this time. I know it's, you know, maybe it's like Christmas and it's really busy. So if you can't, it's totally fine. Just wanted to ask. Like I'm that kind of person when I ask people if they want to do something. somebody said, if you fear you are donating your things because what if I need it? Store the bag in the garage for 3 months first. And if you don't go get it, donate it without looking at what's in the bags. Okay. So yes, I totally do that. And I know that Marie Kondo is like, she's not a fan of that. She's like, you get rid of it. Like if it doesn't bring you joy, it doesn't matter if you need it or not. Like if it doesn't bring you joy, then you shouldn't have it in your house. So that's kind of an interesting perspective. But then I find myself like feeling guilty, like, well, this is something that, so-and-so really likes, so I really should keep it. Well, so-and-so does not live with you. Does not live in your house. So gosh, it's really been interesting. And it's made me kind of realize all of the stuff that I've been going through lately and all of just everything has made me realize how much I like think about and make my decisions based on what I think other people will think and what not wanting to offend other people or not wanting to make other people upset. But it's like, especially with belongings, as I'm going through them and looking at them and, like touching each article of clothing and deciding if it sparks joy. If you've read or listened to Marie Kondo's book, I'm talking about, it's like, it doesn't. And it's helped me to not have guilt about getting rid of those things, not because I'm like, screw the person who's going to be offended by this, but because, kind of like with the health stuff, I realize how much effect it has on me mentally and how having things that either like, make me not happy, like actually looking at it, I'm sure y'all have things that you like look at and you're like, oh, I hate this, this chair, this like, I'm looking around my room naming stuff. I don't know, this candlestick or whatever. But this is something that, we got for a wedding present and I just, I should keep it. And it's like, it's really expensive but man, I really hate it. And it doesn't go with anything I have. Do you have things like that? And it's like, well, then it should be, but with somebody who can love it and cherish it. And it's this like weird thing of like, things obviously don't have feelings, but, just kind of thinking of it in a different way. So I don't know. Okay, let's see. Amanda says, I do that. I catch myself saying every time I go through clothes, well, so-and-so gave me this, so better not toss it. Yes. Yes. Like it's really interesting. And especially the fear of like, well, what if I need it? And she describes in the book, like there's two types of people that save excessive things. One is people who fear, like there's two types of fear that cause you to save things. And it's one, a fear of I might need this, or one is like an attachment of the past. Maybe it's not a fear. See, I'm just not even, this is why I don't like quote things from books unless I have it written down. But it's either fear of needing it in the future or like attachment to the past. And some of the stuff I keep is attachment to the past. And I feel like I've done a good job of the things that I am like attached to from the past because of some really sentimental reason that I want to keep. I have kept those to a minimal because there just really aren't that many. Most of my stuff is fear of needing it in the future. And I talk about this in my video on Thursday that'll go up. So y'all are getting a little bit of a sneak peek. I don't want to talk too much about it and give everything away. But there is like a little section that I'm keeping as of right now. Who knows? This may change by Thursday. There's a little section I'm keeping of clothes that since I've been losing weight, even over the past year, because I have lost weight in the past month because I've been like actively trying. But in the past year, since like stopping breastfeeding, all kinds of different things, I have lost weight over a long period of time. So I'm saving a category of things that I'm like, these are like too big for me right now. I would never wear them right now. But what if I need them in the future? Like, what if, I don't know, like if it were not for Brittany, Cullen's sister, being pregnant, I would have a really hard time giving away my baby stuff. But right now I feel like I'm just like giving it to her and she's in the family. So if we were to get pregnant again or like have any more kids, then it would still be there and I could get it back if I needed it. But like donating things and giving them away for good, I feel like, I guess part of, times being overweight or weighing more than I wanted to, I would have a hard time finding something that I felt like actually looked decent or that I was comfortable in. And so those things that I did find, I'm like, well, what if for some reason I gain a bunch of weight again and then I can't find something as comfortable or as, flattering for the situation? I should just really save this because what if I need it? But I mean, some of it is like Walmart stuff that I could buy again for $5 if I need it. And I don't know. Goodness gracious. This is like, it's an interesting thing going through all this because I've saved way too many things. I have so many little things aside from just clothes, like little stuff that I know every time we've moved, I've been like, why did I save this little piece of paper that has like some random little thing written on it? And then I'll throw it away when we move. But then I'll find myself saving stuff. Like even, I don't know why I feel like I have to save things for a certain amount of time. And I'm working on that. I'm like getting through things. But I mean, some of it is sentimental and some of it is like, okay, so for example, we went to, Gaines had a little birthday party that we went to a couple weeks ago. So we got an invitation in the mail and she was like so excited about the invitation. It was so cute and she was loving it. She like wanted to carry it around and her friend sent it to her. So we put it on the fridge, you know, like you do with an invitation, remind yourself of it, which first of all, I guess some people may not even put stuff on the fridge if you like super duper hate having any type of clutter or that kind of thing. And you would just put it in your calendar, know it's coming up and then throw it away. But I'm like, what if I wrote the address down wrong? What if I forget and like my calendar gets deleted on my phone? Worst case scenario, random. Okay, so the invitation stayed up there though. And we got home from the party and I randomly happened to be like on a cleaning binge that day. The kids were napping and I was like, I'm going to clean all the stuff in the kitchen up. Like there's, you know, a stack of papers over here I need to deal with. It's kind of in between transition, Thanksgiving to Christmas. And so I'm going to clean this out and that out. Well, so then the invitation was on the fridge and I'm cleaning some stuff off the fridge. And I was like, well, I can't throw it away yet. And then I thought, like, we just went to this party today. The party is over. There's no reason that I need to save this invitation right now. Why do I feel like I need to hold on to this invitation? And I ended up leaving it on the fridge for like another week before I gave myself permission to throw it away. But why? Anybody have insight for real? Like, why did I feel like I needed to save that? It was almost like, oh, they put time and effort into like sending this cute invitation and I shouldn't throw it away. But that's just so random. Like the friends that invited us, for one, don't know if the invitation's still in our fridge or not. And two, I really don't think they'd be offended that after the party we threw away the invitation. Like the party's over. Don't need the invitation anymore. So I don't know. I mean, and then okay, so somebody said, take a picture of it and throw it out. So yeah, there's that. But then I'm like, I don't even need to keep it in my phone. Like, yeah, okay, it's taking a picture for the invitation, like for the address and like the time and all that. So I could throw it away. But to me, that's more like, then I'm gonna forget about the party, even though it's in my calendar. I don't know. So I'm just trying to kind of like figure out why I feel this pressure to save certain things. And I've gotten better because there's definitely, I have probably everybody's Christmas card that sent us Christmas cards in the past, I don't know how many years. And they're all in random places. There are some I've gone through and thrown away, but then it's like family ones, like family members. I just don't know why, but I'm like, well, it has a picture of their family on it. I don't want to throw it away. And maybe it's because I put a lot of effort into our Christmas cards and like making them, you know, mean something. And so I feel like people put so much time into them and that meant something to that person that they took the time to send it to me that I feel like I need to keep it. But it's like, my sister has no trouble. Christmas is over, and I am pretty sure she throws away every Christmas card. Everybody's card, I'm sorry, bye, it's going in the trash. And my mom is a sentimental saver of things. So I feel like for those types of things, I have a hard time. And I'm like, well, it's fun when I get my Christmas stuff back out and the ones I've saved, I put them there in the box. And like the next year, I'm like, oh, look how much so-and-so grew. Or, oh, look, this is so cute. Last year they, you know, or their card from 3 years ago, they didn't have any kids. And now look, they have like 5. And oh, isn't that cool? And I enjoy doing that. But it's just extra stuff that I don't really need in our house. Oh my gosh, you throw out cards as soon as you're done reading them? That just gives me anxiety for you. Like, why? Oh, no. Oh, shoot. Okay, well, here's Christmas cards. Thanks. Colin knew exactly where they were. I want to see if y'all are people. Thank you. I appreciate that. Right on clue. Right on cue. Right on clue. Cue. Okay. Oh, good question, Stephanie. Would you feel bad if someone threw away your Christmas cards? No, I don't guess. I wish I had asked myself that question like a year ago, because right now I'm like, no, because I don't want them to hold on to extra clutter. Like, I don't want them to feel like they have to hold on extra clutter just because it's my Christmas card. Yeah, no, I don't think I would. I really don't think I would. I think it would be fine. Like, throw away my Christmas card. But like, okay, here's Kelly and Jay's from last year. Here's our friend Kim and Trey's. So yeah, okay, these are not just family members, just kidding. Here's some other of our friends. Y'all, I literally have like Christmas cards from all the people in the past few years. These are our friends who just had a birthday party. Look, see, I have your Christmas card, even though I threw away the invitation to the party a week after. I didn't throw it away the same day. Our other friends, like, these are all Christmas cards from our friends. And like, okay, if you're one of these friends and you happen to be watching this live stream, are you like, why the F do you still have our Christmas card? Because like, I don't know. Y'all have to help us. Okay, this was my parents last year. I don't know if we ever showed y'all this. This is cute. Okay, Instagram if y'all want to see it. See? Because I'm like, oh, look how fun. Here's my parents' Christmas card from last year. Love it. Yeah, and then all the friends. I know y'all really want to see all of our friends. I mean, they keep going. I'm not joking. There's like a ton of them. Heather and Drew. Y'all know Heather and Drew. How about that? More. So what do I do with these? Okay, so then I come across random people who have pinned stuff or posted their little Facebook thing, and they're like, oh, guess what I do? I punch holes in the sides and put the little rings on it. Like the little binder rings almost, but they're not in a binder. And then save those all for the year and put our families on top and with the year written on it. And then at Christmas, I like put them out for people to look through. And so I was like, oh, that's a great idea. So guess what I have? I have a big stack of those stupid metal rings that I've never done anything with because it just wasn't a priority and I haven't done it. So now I have a bunch of these rings and I haven't. I'm going to need this fan back on me. Now I have a hot flash. I have to look at all those Christmas cards. So I'm like, why do I have these? Why? Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. We're going to have to turn this fan up. Whew. I don't know. Codependency. We've talked about this. I do have some issues with that. But I'm like, okay, so see, then there's people who are like, keep the cards with family members and get rid of the rest. Well, so yeah, but I want to know, do y'all save Christmas cards of any kind or the ones like with your family members on them? But okay, if I do save them, what do I do with them? Like, what do I do, even if it is family members? Do I just keep them in the box with all my Christmas stuff and then I just get them back out at Christmas and have them to look at? Or do I keep them like in a box of photos or like put them in an album? Okay. But so I do love all my friends, but I really am not going to sit down and look at an album ever of some of my friends. Like now my family members, I love my friends and I can definitely scroll through your Facebook to like look at some pictures if I wanted to. Throw them away at the end of the year. They send us a new one every year and they post them on social media too. Yeah, that's true. And I don't want to just like take pictures of them and save them on my phone because that's almost like more creepy to me. Because I'm like, why do I have a picture of somebody else's family on my phone? Put them in a box with other loose photos. Throw them away. Oh, goodness. Why? I'm like literally getting anxiety just thinking about this. I'm like, And some of it, I guess it's like the fear of offending people. I do have an issue just throwing away pictures in general too. So say, for example, like, back when we would get pictures printed, these days I don't get very many pictures printed. Or like I had a photo printer and I would print, a couple and say the first one wouldn't turn out right. So I would print, one and maybe it was like cut off a little bit sideways. And so I'd print another one. I have a really hard time throwing away the picture of whoever it is because I almost feel like it's like bad luck. Like this is not a good thing. And some of the things that I've heard, we don't save ours because my family is huge. hole punch them at the top, put a ring through them. That's what I just said. I bought out all those rings and I haven't used them. The children like to look through them, get one of those cute storage boxes. You guys, y'all are telling me ways to store them. Tell me to get rid of them. This could easily be solved if we all used e-cards. All right, everybody send me an e-card. But no, I love getting Christmas cards and it's super fun. But I guess if I'm thinking the true like Marie Kondo way, I feel like she would say, you thank this item for giving you the joy that you had at the Christmas of looking at it, and then you discard it and move on because you don't need it anymore. And I don't know. Okay, let's see. This is interesting because I'm so the opposite. Do you feel like you're throwing out the person? Yes. Like I feel like it's bad luck. I feel like if I throw away a picture of a person, something bad's going to happen to that person. And that is so messed up. Like that is just the most messed up thing ever. But I can't get past it. I need help getting past this. And part of, what I was about to say earlier was that I think it might have been in the codependency book. It was talking about how you feel like you have to kind of like control things from that perspective, from the perspective of bad luck or like superstitious stuff. Like, I can't throw away this picture or I'm going to have caused something bad to happen to somebody. And if you know me as a football fan, I have always been really superstitious about football stuff. Like had to wear the same shirt and the same underwear and all this every Friday, not to a like OCD point where I'm going to like have a breakdown if I don't, but like if we would lose the game, it's like, oh my gosh, that's because I didn't wear my lucky shirt yesterday. We were even texting about this last night with my dad because he was at the game and he was like videoing one of the touchdowns and then it didn't happen. And I was like, no, you're jinxing it. Stop filming it. We're never going to score if you're filming it. Like the one person filming something in the stadium is going to make us lose the game is crazy. And I know a lot of people are like that about sports and stuff. Just in general, like sports are kind of a different little issue, but I feel that way about so many things. And it's really just, it's weird. I'm not even going to go into all of it because there's so many things that I think like if I do this or don't do this and this is going to happen, not like, washing my hands 5 times or those types of things. But I don't know, just different thoughts or I don't know. I'm weird. I'm crazy. And I'm hearing y'all are like, hello, have you looked into OCD? But I don't know. I mean, I kind of studied that in school. Like I have a PhD in psychology. So I'm like, I should know this. Like I should know if that's me, but I don't feel like it's, and as much as I'm saying right now, like it's debilitating, it's not like debilitating for me functioning in my life. I think it more just affects me in the form of stress. Like it stresses me if I whatever, Cullen bring a garbage can and Katie throw the cards in them while we're watching. No, I would cry. Don't do that. Oh my gosh, I'm going to hide them when Katie comes in here and tries to bring me a garbage can. I'm not throwing them away right now. No, seriously though. I'm weird about superstitions and my mom is too. Put them in the fire. Oh shoot, there's a fireplace behind me. No. Okay. So anyways, all of this talk about all these things as I'm going through things and like getting rid of them. It's interesting. I'm sitting here looking at like, I would show y'all, I'll show y'all at the end because it's going to mess up my like setup if I move the computers and stuff, but I have a massive pile of shoes right here and do not come in here with the garbage can. I hear him outside this door. You better not be coming in here. Okay. Let's change the subject. Okay, so part of the whole like, I hear you. Do not bring a garbage can. Oh my gosh. Okay, you can't even see it. He's got a. Where are you vacuuming?
All the Christmas cards.
No, they're under my butt. He had to vacuum my butt. I hit him. He didn't bring a garbage can. He brought a vacuum. Y'all can't see him, and I can't turn the thing because
and all this glitter.
The glitter. Mm-hmm. Okay. Are you getting rid of last year's or throwing them away as they come in? It came with the vacuum cleaner. He was nice enough not to bring a garbage can. Okay. Let's see. Okay. What I was going to say though was that, which they were just talking about the back to the typology podcast that I was listening to about type 6 Enneagram people that have problems with trusting yourself. Okay, so part of it is like trouble trusting your inner guidance. So like trusting yourself to make the right decision, which is like seriously what I'm sitting here doing with y'all. I'm like, y'all tell me what should I do? I can't make this decision on my own. So y'all are gonna have to tell me. Like, this is all so interesting. I'm so glad that y'all, I really appreciate the fact that y'all don't judge me, or if you do, just don't tell me and just keep listening. Okay. So not trusting your inner guidance and having to look to like your belief system, like your belief in God or your belief in superstition or whatever, or an authority or like a rule book. And I'm such a rule follower. And it's like, as long as I follow the rules, like that's what somebody said to do. So I need to do it. And, when I come to a hard decision in my life, I will ask multiple people, which, is recommended, like get some, advice from other people. That's kind of important. Therapy and YouTube videos and all kinds of stuff. But it's more like learning to trust that I have the skills and the ability to make a decision based on what's best for me and what like decreases my stress, increases my joy, increases my like enjoyment of life, without having to worry about, if I throw away some Christmas cards, that something bad's going to happen to the people of the Christmas cards I throw away, or something like I'm a bad person because I didn't like appreciate what they did for me. Maybe that's what it is. Like, I feel like that just shows that I don't appreciate it if I just throw something away. Seriously, like if it, heaven forbid, I were to like throw something away the second it came in the mail, because that would be just like, man, you didn't appreciate that at all. That's kind of how I feel. Okay, I'm going to have to read some comments. Let's see. I'm reading y'all. Y'all are so interesting. I'm so like that. Should I buy this? Should I work this shift? Yes, 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 yes. And like the hard part is realizing that it won't be the end of the world if it's wrong. Like if I went and decided to throw away all the Christmas cards that I had today, would it be the end of the world? No, it definitely would not. And kind of remembering that. And I feel like I do. So somebody asked, like, do I throw them away as I get new ones in each year? And I do feel like for people that aren't like immediate family members, I do kind of do that. I'm like, okay, well, this is, like a friend from a couple years ago, and I don't need to have like 7 pictures of their family in my house from the past 7 years. So I'll throw away some of those. And as I'm sitting here talking to y'all, I'm like mentally in the back of my head, as I'm talking, I'm going like, okay, which ones can I throw away? Like once this is over, I really need to throw away some of these Christmas cards. But it's the whole, I heard the term that I heard the guy refer to was analysis paralysis. Like you're stuck in this, like running from this person to that person to get an answer, and you hear this from this person. So you feel like you need to do that because you really trust that person. You really respect that person. You need to do that. And then somebody else tells you something else, and then you're like paralyzed in the, what do I do? And so what do? I just don't deal with it. And so I just leave it. So I think that's kind of where the whole, I bought the rings to make the little thing and like leave the Christmas cards on my coffee table that we don't even have a coffee table at Christmas. But it was like that analysis paralysis of like, I really don't want to save all these Christmas cards and punch a hole in them and keep them on my counter and have to feel like I have to put those out every year. And then if I don't put them out or I forget, then it's bad too. But then I don't want to throw them away. So then I just don't deal with them. That's why I have a lot of crap I haven't dealt with yet. Just realized that. How about that? If you had a house fire, would you replace it? Well, that is a good question, but there's so many things that you couldn't replace anyway. So I would probably be like super upset about some stuff, I wouldn't want to lose all my photos and all my sentimental stuff. I did, I haven't told Cullen this, but I have like a whole box downstairs of high school stuff and like notes from old friends, old boyfriends, old like random stuff. And I was riding around in the car the other day, and as a 14-year-old, this is not when I was riding around in the car, but as a 14-year-old, I remember being like, I want to save these things because even if this isn't who I marry, it'd be cool for my kids to look back and read these notes. Like, no, it would not. As I think about that now, I'm like, why would that be cool? If it's somebody that I didn't marry that's not their father, or if it's like my note to my friend about like, hey, I got these new shoes and some new makeup. Why would my kids need to read that? So anyways, I feel like I want to just like throw away all those old things that I still have. Do y'all still have those things? Is this like that I saved like way too many things? I don't know. Somebody asked how to know that I was a 6. Is there a website we can go to? I like Googled take the Enneagram for free and went to one of those websites. So you're saying this about the Christmas cards while I'm starting our clothesline of cards from staring at your clothesline of cards from last year. This just reminded me they're still there. Okay, so I used to do that too. I would leave them up until Cullen was like, okay, it's June. Can we take down the Christmas cards? And I was like, yeah, but I like looking at everybody. So I made myself a rule that I had to take them down by Valentine's Day. And then I think last year I even took them down like with all the Christmas decor because I was just like ready to have the junk out of the way. But yeah, you have every note that your friends wrote to you in college all tucked in a folder. Oh, but think about it. That like gave me a chill because I'm like, oh man, I do that same thing. But then when I see somebody else say it, I'm like, you don't need all those notes. Like some of it is fun and cute to read back, but like, do you need all of them? I'm not telling you personally you don't need those notes because if you want to keep them, keep them. But I'm just saying, like, for myself, I'm like, I need to tell myself, like, I wouldn't. Oh, yeah, notes from subscribers, too. We have so many of those. I'm like, Colin, we can't throw this away. Somebody spent their time, like, writing us this note. Or say somebody sends us a gift that, like, either it doesn't fit or it's not something that we could use or it, for whatever reason, we, like, don't need it, can't use it. I'm like, but I can't get rid of it because somebody like spent their hard-earned money on it, spent the time to go to the post office. Like they're a better person than I am because I never mail stuff to people. And then it's like the self-doubt and the like guilt on myself. I don't know. Goodness, y'all are making me feel like I need to go like to some major therapy. Oh my goodness. Anyways, a box of letters I haven't thrown out in the garage. I might have thrown them out when we last moved. Okay, but like with letters and stuff, I almost feel like I could get rid of those old letters from like high school that have like super irrelevant information in them. I feel like I could get rid of those a lot easier than I could like a Christmas card that somebody sent me. I don't know. Your son read your personal journal today? Oh my gracious, that like gives me the itchies. This is, if y'all watch my videos, that's like one of my fears is like writing things down and somebody reading it. Yeah, they served their purpose by you reading them. And your mind doesn't need the additional stress and the additional like weight on it is what I've like come to like appreciate from the Marie Kondo stuff. And I'm totally down with that. I'm totally getting it. I'm totally accepting it and starting to understand and be like, yes, throw the things away, throw everything away. I want to throw all the things away. It's almost like I have permission to throw things away. No, now he has a trash can and a shredder. Cullen, stop. Y'all, he has a shredder. No, this is terrible. We are not doing this on live TV.
Do it.
I'm going to sweat. Turn this fan around. I'm about to start sweating in front of this. You're going to have to turn off the fire. He seriously just brought a shredder. What did y'all do? What? No, I can't shred them.
Just
Look,
do one.
that is excessive. No, because then what if something happens to those people or their family? You got to plug this fan back in. Unplug that tree and plug the fan in. This is, okay. This is, what's it called? Hello, I do psychology stuff and I can't even think of the name of this therapy. What's it called? Exposure. I'm being like exposed to this and just doing it. Y'all are my witness if I were to shred a card and something bad happened to somebody on that card. Helen, what if something happened to these people? Does that shredder even work? See, it doesn't work.
I don't know. Let's find out.
No. So who do I choose? Who do I choose out of the stack of cards to throw in the shredder? Oh, you can throw this away. You found old boyfriend pictures. Colin, that's terrible.
Do it.
Oh my
Do
gosh.
it.
He knew where my old boyfriend pictures were. Okay, you can shred those.
No, you do it.
No, I can't. I
can't
can't.
do it either.
I'll shred a Christmas card before I shred those. Y'all is making me sweat. Oh my goodness. If y'all aren't watching this live stream, y'all are missing something. Wait, you're turning it off. I was getting ready. I was like getting motivated.
I'll leave you by yourself.
You found good boyfriend pictures too. Come on, find one where we weren't looking at the camera or something. I don't want to hold them. I don't want to look at them. Stop.
Oh, you gotta show them to your daughter.
Oh my gosh. There's one of my old boyfriends and there's another one, guys. I'm glad they all see my old boyfriends now. Thanks.
This guy used to
Appreciate it.
eat rabbits.
Cullen, he was a very nice guy. There's nothing wrong with eating different types of meat, I guess. I don't know. See, look, I don't want to make this guy feel bad, and he's not even watching my live stream. Okay. He left, though, so see, now I don't do it. Okay, put him back. And it was so, oh, gosh, okay. Somebody said it's the Marie Kondo method, and I was sorry I did. I was like, no, but you said it was so hard. Okay. Okay, I can't do it, but maybe I could throw away some Christmas cards, but I can't do it and let y'all know like whose Christmas cards I throw away. Do y'all have old boyfriend pictures? I feel like you gotta like save one maybe or something. I don't know. The day of digital, this was like before we even had Facebook, so they're not even anywhere other than in my basement. Okay, you can do it. It may make you feel better, but I don't think it will. That's the fear of the future. I'm like, what if I feel worse? And when I'm like super sad that I threw stuff away, just grab it. Okay. Who do I choose? I can't choose any of my friends because then I will like, what if they're watching this live stream? They're like, you picked me out of all the people to throw away my Christmas card. Look, if any of my friends are watching this, will you comment and be like, hey, throw away my Christmas card? I won't be mad. Don't look, just pick one. Oh man. Oh, I bet your sister would support you and volunteer her Christmas card to go in the trash first. She probably would actually, but she also likes to give me a hard time. So then she's like, she'd be like, you threw mine away. Throw mine away. No, I want to save mine because I like looking at our family. I'm like looking at all these people like, who's am I going to throw away? I'm sure all your friends will say shred it. Maybe people should feel special if I pick their card to shred. How about that? If you're going to do it randomly without looking. Well, I can't do that. Now I'm having to look. Like, y'all, look at Snuggles and Soka. Could you really put that in the shredder? No. Look how cute they are. And, like, Kelly and Jay and their family, I can't put them in the shredder. You can't do that. Oh my goodness. I can't. Well, clearly, as I'm looking through it, I'm like, it's not like there's anybody in here I hate. Why would there be somebody that I would just want to shred? Okay. You have one old boyfriend pictures because he treated you so badly, and it's the reason my husband and I are together. So, okay, well, that kind of makes sense. I dare you to do Kelly's. I can't. Kelly could give you a spare from last year. Girl, do you think Kelly has any spare Christmas cards? Meanwhile, I have like a stack of the 10 that are left from ours every year because I can't throw them away. And every year I'm like, oh, I'm going to send them to, there's like places where you can send. Ooh, that's a good idea. Okay, some of these don't have dates on them. And I feel like there's like some different organizations where you can send them to soldiers overseas, like your family's Christmas cards. What if I send other people's family Christmas cards to the soldiers overseas, the ones that don't have dates, so they would never know? See, you could just go over to their house and pet them in real life. I guess I could. I mean, that's true. That's true. Oh my goodness, this has been the most dramatic, live stream ever. I really appreciate the I really appreciate the backup support from Colin with all of the different things he brings in. Okay, so the Christmas cards, I promise y'all, after this is over, I will go through and I'll throw away at least 5 of them. I will not tell you who they are because I don't know. I don't want to decide who of my friends to throw away. But listen, if you're my friend and I throw away your Christmas card, doesn't mean I don't love you. And I will go look at your Instagram extra lot and like all your pictures so that you know that I still love you. I don't know. Oh my gracious. No, but I'm really like, this is why you start with clothes, because getting rid of clothes is not as hard. And maybe it's the process and learning about it, but I'm like, I feel okay. Even if it's a sentimental thing, there's like, maybe in going through my clothes, only 2 or 3, maybe not even 2 or 3, maybe like 2 that I've saved because they were sentimental, even knowing that I wouldn't wear them again. There's one that's like a dress that I wore when I was pregnant with Brooks for Easter. And I'm probably never going to wear that dress again. But for some reason, I just like had a hard time putting that one in the donate bag. And it wasn't an ugly dress either. It wasn't like worn out. It was perfectly good condition. So I do have that. So there's literally maybe 2. I can't think of what another one would be. Maybe there's just one that I'm not going to wear ever again, but I saved it for sentimental value. So I did a really good job. And I think in going through the process, I will get to Christmas cards. I'll get to papers. Papers are one of the things that you deal with. And I'm just not there. Just not there. So I will get there to the papers, and this is going to be really interesting. I'm glad that I have been filming all of this. I'm going to post a little teaser video of my video for Thursday that Cullen made that's really cute. The book that I was reading is called The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up by Marie Kondo, and it's amazing. Somebody asked what the name it is, what the name of the book is. Okay, so that's where we are. I am trying to think if there's anything else that I want to talk about. If y'all have any like advice or books on this topic, let me know. But I feel like the Marie Kondo book is really helping me with some of the stuff, like getting past, like, it's going to be okay if I throw away these pictures. Because, like, seriously, when Cullen brought them in, looking at them, I'm like, oh, I didn't even remember that that was their Christmas card last year. So how about that? It's fine. I would have never known the difference if I didn't have it. And that's how I feel about some of the clothes I found in the bottom drawers too. I was like, what even is this? Why do I still have this? So I'm going to do it. I'm going to be able to do it. And it's going to be great. It's going to be great. I keep finding like little random corners of stuff, and I'm like wanting to go through it, but you're supposed to go through it in the process. You're supposed to do clothes first. So I'm doing that. It's going to be fine. Oh, and now I can, because I'm going to mess up my setup because I'm about to end. I'm going to show y'all I'm trying to show y'all at the same time. I don't know if I can. What is in the background of the stuff I've been going through. So if you stay till the end, you get a little bonus watching this. All right, here's shoes. We've got shoes right there. The laundry basket right there actually has some stuff in it. I don't have an extra hand to point with. That's toys in the corner. Another basket of random toys. There's so many in every room that I just like really need to go through and get rid of. Over here, y'all ready? You ready for this? Because just watch. Here we go. This is hang up clothes. Believe it or not, this is like what's left of the hang up clothes, but that's not really that many. I don't know. And it's less than it looks. That's on a chair. So it's really actually not that many, I guess. Okay, there's hangers. Do you see those hangers? Those all had an article of clothing on it that I got rid of or that I'm donating or like whatever. So not keeping those. Over there, there's some jackets right here. These are t-shirts. This is what y'all are sitting on. Oh, sorry, Instagram. I'm not showing y'all as well. These are t-shirts, long sleeve and short sleeve t-shirts. I'm trying to think. Okay, and then I'm going to have to do this one at a time. I'm going to show Instagram first. My so far donate pals. You're like seriously getting a sneak peek. I wasn't going to show y'all this until the video came out. But there's some donate bags right there, and they're deceiving. They're actually, oh, look, y'all could probably see it on YouTube too. They are huge bags. The white one is like a regular old kitchen bag, garbage bag size. So like 33 gallon. The big one is like 55. One of those that you put like massive quantities of leaves in. YouTube, if you want to see it, there they are. The back. Oh, hello. So close to my face. So there you have it. Sorry if it was shaky. I'm trying to hold like all the things. So, oh yeah, there's the elephant. There's our friend. Where'd he go? He's right there. He's right there. Okay, so there's the stuff that I'm going through right now. Just get ready for the video on Thursday. It's going to be interesting. This is also going to be because I've been editing the videos myself for my channel, and Instagram's going to cut me off. I've only got 2 minutes left. I've been editing them myself, and it's going to be my first one that's not just a sit-down video. So, okay, thank you guys so much for watching. Thursday, 10:30 a.m. video will be up on all of this. Thank y'all for your support. I appreciate the live therapy session. Y'all are the best. Really appreciate it. So, all right. Thanks, guys. There's the shredder. I might be about to go use it. I'll let Cullen know who I throw away, but maybe I'll tell y'all. Maybe on the next live stream. Remind me. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Y'all have a great, great weekend. I mean, a great week. Whatever. Merry Christmas. How do I end this? How do I end it? I never know how to